Alright guys, what I'm going to do today is I'm going to share with y'all how to make some true blue country cooking meat and gravy, okay? Basically steak and gravy that's actually cooked in the gravy. Now what I got here guys, I got the cube steak. Y'all remember my thing? This is what I was making the chicken fried steak out of, was the cube steak here. This is $6.78 a pound. For these small packages, $7.59 and $7.46. $6.78 a pound. Should be about $2.99 a pound. 2-3 years ago, that's what it was. But thanks to somebody taking over our country, making the cost of fuel boom, 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 that's what affects the cost of everything. Because the fuel is what gets it to us on the truck. But at any rate, I'm going to make steak and gravy, guys. I'm going to show you how to do that here. This is water. This here's beef bouillon, okay? You're going to find this beef bouillon in the Hispanic aisle of Walmart. You might find it at the Michoacanas and things like that. That I'm going to put about a teaspoon of that in the water and mix it up, and that's what's going to help make the gravy. But let's open up this cube steak right here and I'll show you what we're going to do with it, okay? Okay guys, first let's put the seasoning, okay? A little seasoning salt. Okay. That's just all-purpose flour right there, okay guys? That's great value all-purpose flour that I got in that pan right there. This is garlic powder. It's not garlic salt or granulated garlic. It's granulated garlic, okay? Okay, we'll put a bunch of that in that flour too. Okay, and this guy, this is just black pepper, okay? Now every piece of meat we're going to want to do like this, okay? We're going to cover it in flour. Okay. Show y'all with one piece. After I get to one piece, then I'll put a little pause on the video there and I'll do every piece the same, okay? Now, throw that in there like so. Shake it around like that, get it covered up. Okay? Put the flour on it and take my knuckles like if I was punching. And I'm going to push it down in there. Work it down into this piece of meat flour. Okay? See guys, that ground beef I made from the Texas Longhorn, registered Texas Longhorns that I got from my son from the Double K Ranch. Man, that chicken fried steak was like 3 times bigger than what I got right here when I rolled it out with a 1/4 pound patty. But this is cube steak right here, okay? See guys, so I floured it really well. See? Okay? We're going to do every piece like that, okay? Now after we do every piece like that, I'll get to where we're going to cook it and how we're going to cook this entree. Okay? I'll be back in a minute. Alright guys, I got it all floured now, so the next step is going to be to brown it. To brown it a little bit. So let me move this out the way. Okay? There's the plate of it all floured right there. Okay, so to brown that, what I'm going to do is, I'm just going to guesstimate on the amount of grease, guys. You know, like for, if you want to make some gravy, you can use like 4 tablespoons of grease, 4 tablespoons of flour, and 2 cups of milk. But I'm guesstimating on my grease. The grease I'm going to use, guys, is out of my fryer. Okay, this is what I use for my fryer. Now I've cooked beef corn dogs in here and French fries in that grease. So, I mean, but it does, you know, sometimes the grease will add a little bit of flavor, you know. I got 4 cups of water, so 8 tablespoons of grease, and really 8 tablespoons of flour will be okay. Okay, but I got 8 pieces of meat. Normally I only cook 4. Okay, we're going to melt that grease. We're going to brown this. Both sides, I brown it, just brown it, take it back out, and then I'm going to show you how I brown one, then I'm going to take a little break from it, and after I get them all browned, then I'll come back. But Okay. Now, with the beef bouillon, I'm going to go ahead and show y'all what I'm going to do with that. That's the way. It's a small spoon, a teaspoon. Got my water right here. I'm probably going to add it on up to 4 cups. I'm going to take a spoonful of this for flavoring. It's going to go in that gravy right there in the meat. It's all going to cook together. You'll see here in just a second, okay? Another plate as I brown it. Take it out the skillet and put it on another plate. Okay. Again, this seasoning right here, what I'm going to use for this brown gravy that I'm cooked this meat in, you can find this in Latino aisle and Hispanic aisle up and down in Walmart. I don't know if La Michoacanas will have it or not, but there's a little Mexican store called La Michoacanas, but guaranteed in Walmart and the Hispanic aisle you can find that. Okay? They were brown 3 at a time. Look at that. You cook them a little bit on each side, swirl them around. Might add a little bit of flour to thicken it up a little bit. Okay, after you brown them, you take them out, set them over here, add a little bit of flour, thicken it up a little bit, put all the brown meat back into the pan, add the water, stir it up real good, cover it. We're going to leave it simmer probably for a good hour and 10 minutes. And during that time, we're going to be coming and stirring it and things like that to make a gravy. Yeah, I'm probably going to have to add quite a bit of flour because I put too much grease. Put a lot more grease than what I normally do. But it's okay because I can fill this thing completely up with gravy and, you know, food. Oh, and that's what else I want to tell y'all guys. Normally I used to, I would actually take potatoes, peel them, cut them up, boil them, mash them, put, you know, some garlic, salt in there, a little pepper, butter. They're really good, really good. But that's a lot of work, man. And then I tasted these right here. These taste okay, so guess what they're going to get? They're going to get these. But the entree, whoo, and the gravy on these potatoes taste like almost like real potatoes, man. It blew me away when I first tried them. They're not quite like the real deal, but they're close. It tastes pretty good, man. I couldn't believe it. See blood coming out of it. It's barely brown. Okay, put that right there. We'll brown it all. And after we brown it all, we'll put it all back in there. We might thicken it up by putting a little bit of flour in there. Depends on what it looks like, guys. You know. But once we add the water and we'll bring it back to a boil, then we'll cover it, let it simmer, turn it down and simmer it for a good good hour at least, and it's pretty good. Okay, but let me brown the rest of it and then I'll come back and show you all the next step. Oh yeah, one more thing. Just by the way, guys, this is all vegetable shortening. I don't do nothing with pork in it. I do not do pork because the pork thing is not a Muslim thing. It's actually in the scriptures, and you all might say, "Oh, Christ made all things new," but no, there's certain things that the Most High God might ask you out of respect, just to show that you have certain respect for Him, and they're not eating the pork thing. That's one of them. Y'all really need to study that one up a little bit and ask the Hebrew Israelites about it. Okay? Alright, I just want to come on and tell y'all that real quick. Let me finish browning it. Hey guys, just a real quick look-see at what this here actually looks like. I'm fixing to add all the meat back in. See, as I stir it around, most of the grease was absorbed by the flour. Okay, I'm gonna add that all back together here. Let me put this back. Alright guys, time to add that meat back in here. Boom, 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 boom. Okay. Come on, in my other hand here. Alright, dump the juice. Okay. This. Stir it again, the bouillon up in it. Okay. Pour that directly up in there. Okay, guys? Then pour it all up in there. I might add a little bit more. That's cold water here, guys. I'll bring it back up to a little boil. I'm going to turn it down to a simmer. I'll leave that simmer and cook for a good hour. You stir it around and then you got to stir it now. Okay. Normally I don't cook but 4 pieces of meat. I put 2 packets. I was just going to do 8, but I probably should have used a pot. Make it easier here. See if I can stir it up underneath there with this a little bit. Yeah, see already, I can see it's already kind of making a gravy. That will thicken up really nice. As it goes, it'll thicken up and turn into a country brown gravy. I will show y'all the final product on the plate whenever I get it done and on the plate. But let's see if you can see up in there, in the pan right there. You can kind of see it right there, see? That will make a brown gravy. When I'm done, I'm fixing to turn it down to a simmer, guys. And then with the potatoes and either some frozen corn microwaved or some Libby's corn, that shit's pretty good, man. What I say, instant potatoes, Idaho, those are really good. Okay, now, turn that down. Turn that down. Alright guys, and let me pause it and I will bring you back for the finished product whenever it's ready to show you the finished product. Okay, now I might cover this for a little while as well, which I'm probably going to. Let me, oh man, shoot, man. Oh look, it didn't go down to the floor. Check it out guys, look at that. That was alright, Alright, let me find, see if I can get a cover for it real quick. Ooh. Man, that's hurting me coming down this low, let me tell you what. Okay, is that the correct one? Don't know, probably not. Hey, don't know. Hey, don't know. Damn. But it'll work to partially cover it, guys. I think that's, oh man, damn it. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and turn it off here, guys. I'm going to find the lid. I know I got the right lid for this. So let me find the right lid for it. I'm going to cover it for a little while. Like I said, it's going to cook for a good hour now. So, well, I'll show you all the finished product in about an hour. Alright guys, I'm going to show you all the finished product here real quick. There it is plated. Okay. Now I also wanted to show y'all this, okay? This is one of the tougher pieces that is in there actually. You see that with a fork? Now remember guys, I ain't got no teeth. That's really good. Like the Indians would say on Grandpa's Kitchen, steak and gravy. Super!